Yo, what is up, friends, foes, and members of the Omni Council? My name is Daimien Kamiya and I'm the Omni King. Welcome back. I will admit I'm a wee bit tired. I didn't go to sleep until like 4 or 5 a.m. And then I woke up at... Sorry, I'm still eating a bit. And then I woke up at like 10. I snoozed until like 11. There was a reason why I set the stream for 1, even though the schedule says 12. The same thing is going to happen tomorrow as well. The schedule will be set for 2 o'clock. Dishonored will be set for 2 and not for noon. That's because I need to go to my store that I work at to get my schedule for next week. I know I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but I need this full schedule so that way I can make my schedule tomorrow night. On top of that, there's a lot of good food places around my store, so obviously I want to swing by and grab something that I can enjoy. Not really much else to say. I have to say once again, I really enjoyed the 24-hour stream this time around. I think going forward, I may keep in mind some more casual games that I can play for 24 hours. Skyrim, I wouldn't really say is casual because there's a whole lot to do. Stardew, there's a lot to do, but it's not all complicated to do at the same time. Generally, Stardew, there's a lot to do, but all of it comes down to smaller things. There's a lot to do, but you're either waiting it out. Like, I wanted to romance Haley, but I can only give her 2 gifts a week, right? So beyond that, I didn't really have to worry about Haley. In other games like Rune Factory or Harvest Moon, you have to give a gift every single day. And there were some, depending on who you want to woo, there are some where that's not an easy thing to do. And that would mold your day too. I remember in Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, the 3 candidates were Cecilia, Muffy, and Nami, I believe, if I remember correctly. Muffy was the easiest to woo. You just have to give her like flowers and stuff, super easy. Celia was the second easiest, and you could give her flowers, you could give her fruits and vegetables and stuff because she grew up on a farm, so she liked that stuff. Nami was the hardest. So unlike in games like Stardew where you you saw your relationship by number of hearts, it was similar in the game but a bit different. Wonderful Life was also much different than any other type of Harvest Moon, which are basically more indefinite games. They just keep going on year after year after year. Despite doing everything, there's no real ending to those games. Even Stardew's the same. There's no official ending to the game. You can just keep playing. Just keep doing everything you want. Right? But in this game actually had a definitive ending and everything, so in a lot of cases, many things got sped up. So basically, you could woo... Basically, you give gifts to a girl, till you get her attention to the point that she would... then you'd get the cutscene for the blue feather, which is used in Harvest Moon games to propose. Then you could propose at any point in time, provided you thought they had high enough heart lives. Otherwise, they just decline you. If the heart ended up... but the default heart was always green. That basically meant like, you're a stranger or an associate kind of thing. Nami was near impossible to propose to. Basically, the only way to marry Nami was to give her gifts every day and just wait out the year. At the end of year 1, you automatically got married to whoever had higher affection to you. So what you really had to do is ignore Cecilia, ignore Muffy, and just give gifts to Nami. Every time I tried to marry Nami in that game, and I played through the game multiple times, my Cecilia file was the furthest. Every time you marry Nami, that I've never been able to propose to her. There's no, like, because all she likes are artifacts from the excavation site and autumn flowers. That's all she likes. And you start in spring, so you can't get the autumn flowers right away. And the strange figures, so you're just giving her strange figures every day. You go there every day, right? Normally, you don't really have to even go to the excavation site. There's no reason to go there. But with Nami, you have to go there. You have to go every single day to get figures so you can keep giving Nami gifts. There's nothing else she likes to my knowledge. Like, you know what? Let me look it up right now. Nami... wonderful. Let's see. Is the hardest bachelorette to impress. One of the ways you can earn her trust is by speaking to her daily and giving her gifts. Her diary is the her diary is also the hardest to check. So you learn their relationship by checking their diary. Muffy's is fairly easy. It's in the bar her dad owns. You can just find it. Pretty simple. Cecilia's, I think, is in her room, but again, you can just go there and look at it. Nami's is in her room at the inn, but you only have like a 2-hour period to actually inspect the diary to even see what her heart value is. Yeah, her room can only be entered when Nami is in the room at the same time, which is very rare. On top of that, too, she's a very unique character. If you don't marry her, she leaves town. She actually moves away. Now, she can move back. I had that happen in my Cecilia file, where there was a cutscene at the bar where she decided to come back. Yeah, it says right here, moves out when, if player does not marry Nami, she will leave the valley at the end of first year. If you trigger a scene, however, she will return for the rest of the game. Nami's schedule is inconsistent, which is the worst for this. Gift preference, loved shortcake. That I didn't know. Liked cooked dishes, high quality crops, fossil statues, milk, jade ball, stone disc, flowers, trick blue, and gem soil, which are fall flowers, and ore. Sugar ore only. She hates all other flowers besides those two. I don't even think I've ever seen her three or four heart events. I actually want to watch these videos later, because like I said, I never got her, I think, past 1 heart. At the end of the year, you automatically, yeah, reverse proposal. If you don't, if you do not propose to Nami with the blue feather or seen the previous event, but she is still the highest affection for you of the 3 marriage candidates, she will visit your house in the early morning. She tells you that she's almost out of money and will have to leave the valley. She'll ask if she can live with you instead. Except Nami will happily run to tell the inn. Alright, and the wedding scene occurs. She doesn't even marry you. She just basically says, oh yeah, and then the bonus disc added in another girl, didn't it? Oh no, she can marry your child, I think. Oh no, yeah, you can marry her. Just crazy because she's... Oh, they bumped her age up. In the original, she's 14, but in the special edition, she's 18. Okay, that makes it better. And who you befriend influences who you, what your child's interests are. I'm gonna look at her heart events later too, because I never played the special edition. I only played the original. Anyways, we've gabbed on enough about that kind of stuff. Let's just get into this. So our fifth, or is this sixth time with Goblin Rebellion? Because there's that one playthrough that I ended up deleting. Alright, I got tons of quests. So let's get all these done. Let's go talk to Claptrap. Clappity trappity.
Interested in some smithing work? Fair tidings, friend. I have the perfect job for someone like you. And by like you, I mean willing to do back-breaking dangerous labor for a pittance.
Make it a pittance and a half and you've got a deal.
The blacksmith of this forge, Master Gunhammer...
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this playthrough just for my character's voice lines.
...magical gear while he's gone. Thing is, I kind of forged my fortune resume. I don't know how to smith magic items worth a dang, but I do know it starts with mining magic ore. You grab that pick and bust your hump mining and defending yourself from wild animals, while I do the much harder task of preparing the forge. You're all set. Now head to the quarry. There's the quarry.
Now, I know the joke is...
Master Gunhammer's locked it up. You can pick locks, right?
I know the joke is that I obviously have to risk my life while he's just setting up the forge. But even though I'm not a blacksmith, I can tell you that setting up the forge is not an easy job. I'm pretty sure any blacksmith will any actual blacksmith will probably tell you that. I know technically I should have used the spell, but let's call that one a mulligan because I had to do that.
Me? 1. Life? 0. Waiting is another one of those ridiculous life rules. One more for the soul fire.
I made this indefinitely harder on myself by doing not using Spellweaver, but I already did Graveborn Spellweaver, or I Spellweaver Graveborn, so I wouldn't have ended up using the ability though of Graveborn. Oh, Jesus. He's dead. I saw the red health bar. Where did it go? Or the red dot on the map. Well, I still need to figure out this spell thing, because I really need more readily available spell casting for this to work better. But I know I'm not gonna have, like, instant spell cooldown or anything like that. Like, I'm obviously not dumb enough to think that that's ever gonna be a thing. There's no way Gearbox... Like, Gearbox, like, obviously would have programmed it to have a minimum cooldown. Like, even under ideal circumstances here, like, I have 35% spell cooldown here. I have an additional 50% on here when I cast a spell due to how I changed how this thing works. Right? And I get that every time I cast a spell. So it's... Like, there's really no way around it. The only way I can really do it is if I can get a spell strong enough that I can just annihilate the room with it. There is a way to do that, and it's called Calamity. I can get a Calamity mod, which I do have. I do have Calamity mods. I'm missing one. Where is it? Hello, Jade. Oh, I see it. Right there. Like, I have a couple Calamity mods in my bank, but they're not level 40. And I don't know if I, you know, if I want to bump them to 40. You know what? I'll do it. Hear me out on this, though. I want to see if, like, what the potential of them is. So I'm going to... I need to go to the bank first. So let's warp to Overworld. On top of that, it's like, why am I keeping them in the bank, too? Right? Might as well just get use out of them. So yeah, so the editor I use cannot detect bank. So I have to pull them into my inventory. Why did I go to the Overworld? I want to go to Bright Hoof. I'm not going to add anything to them. I'm literally just going to use it to bump them to 40. I'm not going to lie, even after I beat the game, if I ever come back to this on my own time, like finish all my playthroughs, I probably will just end up bumping everything to 40 anyway. So, like, I'm just being honest. That's a very high likelihood that something like that will happen. So they're all, I think, I don't remember if they're purples or blues. But just look for the dark magic symbol. Yeah, these two. There's that one there too. I might as well just take them all. I think what I'll do, though, just, you know, to allow it then, is anything... I'll allow something like this to occur once on each character. If there's something in my bank that isn't 40 that can be used for the build, I will allow myself on the 3 remaining characters to do that, in a sense, like, so there's a sense of, like, fairness in the split here. On here, I might as well just do this. Alright, where am I? Oh, I did not want to put the point. I don't even know what I put the point into. Wow, there's a lot of purples. Where did all these come from? Yeah, I think I said I wanted to keep that legendary that dropped. That must have dropped too. Yeah, that dropped. I'll keep that. Let's junk everything else. I'm gonna leave that one. Actually, what's it? Melee attacks deal 10% of all non-melee damage up. Okay, no, I'll junk that. I'm trying to keep in mind as like the next playthrough is my Clawbringer Berserker, right? And that's using cryo and electric. Cryo and lightning. So I'm deleting anything that... Oh, I might as well keep one of these. Why do I have two of the same ring? Keep one of those, because that's solid melee right there. Ability crit chance, melee crit chance. That's solid. I can pass that on to the next build. I did say though that the whatchamacallit, the frostbite melee weapon is off limits. I'm not allowed to use that on the melee build. It is a cryo weapon, but it is also a like it is a cryo weapon, but it also inflicts burn, which goes against the challenge. Like the remaining, like I have not run Clawbringer yet, and none of my Clawbringer builds are even using the pet because the pet, like, now I could probably use the pet on my Blight Collar build because it uses fire, but I just wanted to be even on all of them, which is why I'm running the this legendary effect on all three characters. None of my remaining three characters get access to their minions. None. They get bonuses to assist in their challenge. Top of that. So let me before I do anything, I just want to make sure that I hit a save. Sometimes the inventories don't update if you don't hit a save. All right, go to here. One thing I do have to make sure of when I do this though is I just make sure I double check my like class mod and stuff. Sometimes saving the game fucks with your class mod. Let's see, character reference. No, this one. Inventory. Sync all. Save. Yes. And just make sure. Okay, we're good. All right, that should be that. Oh my god, I didn't realize there was a Payday 3 coming out. I thought Payday was done. The two people that made it split. One guy ended up leaving to make G.T.F.O. Which, in all honesty, great co-op game, way harder of a game. If the problem is when you make a game that hard, it can only be played online, and it can only be played by people that take it seriously. This is why games like Payday and Left 4 Dead were fun, was because even though they were forced co-op, or in a lot of cases forced co-op, it took into account the lack of skill or ability of players. On top of that, both of those games had, you know, modes to make things harder. Like, Left 4 Dead had realism mode, right? So it's like, on top of just, you know, having higher difficulties and stuff. Alright, they're all level 40 now. They all have incredibly long cooldowns, though. So this is a pull, but this is... Let's just try this one for a little bit. So for those that don't remember, this is Calamity. Let's fast travel. We'll head back and hand in Claptrap's mission and continue it. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm honestly going to sell the other two Calamities, though. I don't need the pull. I consider running that for my melee. I'll bank it to be sure, but it's not going to be anything near what I probably want more of a Roid shield for the melee playthrough, though.
Until next time, hero. Abraca, no refunds.
I gained 1.5% spell damage, but I lose dark magic efficiency. I don't know if that's better. Let's get out of here. Back to the Claptrap. It's pretty much just going to be a side quest day. I don't know when we'll get story caught up, because this is how I play now, so I can push to get the second job.
Now I need you to drop the bits of ore there to fuse them into a workable hunk of metal. Fuse the ores, apprentice. Fuse the ores.
getting better at your job? Just a thought.
It's this hammer! Master Tornado took the good hammer with him, and that magic ore is too strong for any ordinary tool to work. You try. Use the toughest tool you've got. I loosened it up for you. More importantly, I've done it. I've crafted the ultimate weapon. Wait, what the heck is this? Well, we tried honest labor, but now it's time to do what you do best. Take better gear from other people and pass it off as your own. Let's be real, we both knew it would come to this.
Looting? That is like half of what I do. Where's the loot?
To the mountain of despair! That's not its official name, but I am pretty desperate, so that's what I'm calling it. Also, bring the pick. No sense in letting good ore go to waste. If you find any while you're out there, bring it back here for some extra coin. The mountain is full of adventurers who got lost and kicked the bucket while carrying all sorts of magic loot. The Charles Ring of Fire Dancing let him walk on lava unharmed, but he was notoriously clumsy and fell face first into the river and burned to a crisp. All that remains is that ring. Silly humans. When will they learn that one wheel beats two legs any day? That's twice as many things that can go wrong. No wonder you're always tripping all over the place.
My favorite thing is how literal this game takes the enchanted gear, where it's like, oh, the ring protects you from lava. Well, no, the ring itself is immune to lava. You're just wearing it. And then the cloak, it's like, oh, the cloak prevents you from getting cold. No, it doesn't.
A new way to flatline.
Yeah, this is,
This is more than you deserve.
Oh, Calamity got it there. Because the only other option is if I get like a simple spell cast that has like 3 charges on it and a short cooldown, that can help me spawn tons of Hydras. And the Hydras are not against the nature of the challenge. I can even run a Hydra spell if I want to. Right? Nature of the challenge is I'm allowed to use abilities. They deal dark magic, or they deal some dark magic. They do ability damage and dark magic damage and spell damage and stuff. So it's all within the aspects of the build. I'm allowed ability damage, dark magic damage, and spell damage. Those are the only things I'm allowed in this playthrough.
Crushing news.
Oh my god, it's so strong. I got a hammer. And it's electric! That's something I can save for the next character. Melee attacks increase your damage reduction and melee damage. Excellent. Melee attacks explode on hit, dealing 15% weapon damage per crossbow bolt attached to enemy. That is a good weapon to hold on to.
How can I be out of magic?
There it is! Smash that rock chunk to pieces and get that ring!
Cracking stones seems like an undignified way to get loot.
Ha-ha! Well done! Now grab that magic bling! It's not like he needs it anymore. Great! Now, for the next item, I want to get something cool. Literally! Somewhere in the Frosty Hollow, there's the Cloak of Runald. Hurry, apprentice! Your master commands you! Rudolph was a mighty barbarian who hoped to slay the frost goblins, thinking his cloak of cold resistance would protect him. Well, Rudolph was frozen solid, but the enchantment kept his cloak in perfect condition.
We could just use the crafting rules to make our own gear.
Girl, that sounds boring as hell. We don't have time for all that crap.
Yeah, fighting people and taking their stuff is way faster and more exciting.
But it's a crafting quest.
My sweet baby friends. I pinky promise that next show we can narrate all the boring stuff you love and roll dice all you want, but for now, we're doing things my way with guns and loot and adventure and actually interesting stuff.
Fine.
Am I supposed to...
There's a marble of mine nearby. Go and crack it open.
Got it.
Oh, good. Well, you get another goal for my collection.
So let me get this straight. We're trying to not aggro this guy?
Yeah, you heard the bird. Don't worry, I'm sure this will be super duper easy since you're both masters of finesse. Smoothest episode.
I am really happy though that the
Inescapable.
Aw, you really do think that? And I want you to know, from me to you, it's really adorable.
I'm really happy though that the Hydra thing is based off of a kill and not based off of a what would have happened? I'm just thinking. Let me look up this one here just for a second. Wonderlands Dark. Wiki. Type in Graveborn. Yeah, there's like no information on this. So I don't know what actually putting points into this actually does. Does it increase the max amount of Hydras? Does it increase the duration? The ability damage? Does it increase the chance? I don't think it increases the chance. So I think chance and duration are the same, no matter what. And it's just the amount of Hydras and the damage it does. Let me get the calculator up here just to determine this. Graveborn. And this doesn't list anything. Really wish that there was more on this. There's some Reddit ones I can look up, but they're all Reddit's still on blackout, so oh, this one's not on blackout.
help me reap. But this one will also help me reap. So many choices.
Yeah, it stacks because of fateful thralls, but this I'm just wondering, because it's like this, I can understand the usefulness of this, but it really comes down to when this is done, I'm going to take a look at my bank for any more spells, dark magic spells of any kind. In the end, even if I were to max this, though, it would still only be a 45%, or no, 9 times 3, or yeah, 9 times 3 is 18%, so it's not a whole lot. And I'm assuming
Wipe your shoes off at death's door!
that I did just realize now, though, that it's not actually legal to get all stats on all armor. So my armor very well may be illegitimate, but it's all beneficial towards the build, so. There we go.
Goblins? Fend them off, apprentice!
Hiya! Now get home!
Just when things were heating up.
Oh, duh! It's magic ice! You can't hack it! You'll have to kill the goblins to end their icy enchantment and free the cloak!
Hack single goblins in your area?
the
Wow.
death of the Froblins, the cloak is free from their icy enchantment. Grab it before more Froblins arrive. Now hurry up and get the hack out of there. Wait, why can't I stop saying hack? Whatever, return to me, Hack Prentice. Ah, I did it again!
Alright, but what if we just keep these awesome magic items for ourselves?
That doesn't sound very heroic at all.
What are you talking about? We looted them fair and square. We just risked our lives out there. Hey, that rhymed.
Yeah, but we agreed to a quest.
A quest built on a foundation of lies?
If you don't finish the quest, you don't get XP.
Oh, but I'm so close to my super cool class feature.
Then you know what you must do, Valentino.
Who knew being a hero was fraught with so much more?
I just like this where Fran or what's her name? The robot is all about like, let's just craft it, and that way we can just do what we want, and then.
You've been subcontracting your apprenticeship behind my back, have you? The smithing guild will have my head. Or one of our heads, anyway.
Master Tunhammer, it's not what it looks like. They were just helping me with little things. You know, I can't reach the tools on the top shelf. I did all the hard work.
Right. Then let's see your hard work, shall we?
With pleasure. Hey, you there. Place my works on yon mannequin so Master Tunhammer can marvel at my craft. You see, Master, I told you I could handle it. Take a look at these beauties.
Oh, fine work, apprentice. This is the work of a master. This master! In fact, I made these pieces myself! I'm gonna hammer you and your thieving friend into bloody bedpans!
Ah! Apprentice! Protect your master!
Dead things walking. My rocker finger. Patience can eat dirt.
Oh my god, he's too fast.
Another soul cold. I was almost ashamed to send such a talented craftsman to death.
Apprentice! What have you done? You took the master of the smithy. Or should I say...
Yeah, if I can get like a free charge, simple cast dark magic spell or something like that with a smaller cooldown, then I can easily just try to start trying to aim for dark hydras instead.
Payment and get thee gone. You kind of have a history of killing master smiths, which disqualifies you from my apprenticeship program. Some other desperate adventurer will be by to replace you soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this is the weapon that is disqualified. This is the weapon that's disqualified from being used on the other playthrough. Just gonna go wrong tunnel. I just want to sell my stuff quickly. Alright. Baldar the Ghastly. This should hopefully be I've kind of given up on the idea of no violence. I'm gonna just go with the quicker option now every single time.
Guessing you're that jerk wizard the lady god told me about?
Yes, I take pride in finding new and exciting ways to terrorize those infernal nerds in the village. And with this one-of-a-kind scroll, I shall unlock an ancient tomb housing a weapon more horrifying than you can imagine.
I want to kill him so bad, though. But I said I wouldn't. Look, I know you've got magic tricks or whatever, but I've got a gun. And also magic tricks. So how about you go ahead and leave the village alone?
Ha! Threaten me, will you? You think mere mortal weapons can defeat me? The evil wizard Boulder, scourge of the village? How idiotic! You'll never...
I've already threatened you. What more do I have to do to get through to you?
No! Don't hurt me. I'm far more frail than I seem. I'll leave the village alone, I swear. I'll even leave you with this. It will unseal an ancient cave, and within you will find a weapon.
I feel a great shift in the magical fabric of the universe. Did you solve our wizard problem?
Oh, yeah, no violence here. He even gave me a scroll that leads to some kind of weapon as a peace offering. Weird peace offering, though, when you think about it.
Oh, dear. A weapon, you say? Well, you're obviously more than capable of solving our problems without violence. Please get that weapon away from us before any more harm comes to our peaceful village.
Man, what were we thinking trying to intimidate an egomaniac like that?
I don't know. I panicked. My only other thought was to try and kiss him.
That was your only other thought? That kind of thinking is why we're not allowed on Hedon 6 anymore.
That's a story I want to hear.
You get yours, fascist!
Bench set me, so let me in, little gob.
No, and I don't care who sent you. It's too risky. We don't want any more violence. Oh, hiding something, fascist? Let's see what you got in there.
Okay, no violence. I can do this. Probably. What else could I do, though? I'm just gonna put this here, and you're just gonna look the other way for a second?
All right, but I better not hear about this getting out. Ah! You're a fascist too! Rampant unchecked capitalism kills!
Danger lies ahead for those who trespass.
Thank you for not trying to kiss anyone, Luby. Kiss. With all the oyster and whatnot.
I have given you so many opportunities to be thirsty. I'm putting all these cool glasses of water around and you're ignoring them like, no, I'm not dehydrated, I'm fine. WTF are you even thinking? Have you ever played an RPG? Come on.
Scroll, don't let me in. Let's get to that weapon. got words on it. Let's see. Herta dilatato foraminis. No seduction this time. Let's put you back in the ground. Ah, I love my job.
My foot bone's gonna connect.
Bell! Goodbye.
A little crash on ya.
Oh, skull hole. Neat.
Oh, thank you so much for noticing.
I almost kind of feel like it's really hard to determine how I should go about this. Like, this one reduces spell cooldown, but I could also just like pump points into, you know, Dark Pact to give myself 40% dark magic damage, or, you know, I could pump points into Stain of the Soul so I can give myself 25% or 50% bonus dark magic damage, which presumably also gets boosted by Dark Pact, right? Like, in all honesty, this is really the one where, you know, the more I can cast spells, the better, because it increases spell damage the more spells I cast. Well, it's a kill skill, but because of the capstone,
You have completed the ritual. How dare you wake me from my ancient slumber? I am Brunfeld, guardian of the Dark Hole. First of my name, last of my kind. Somewhere in the middle of reading anywhere between 1 and 4 novels simultaneously. Fool, you will never survive my wrath.
Yes!
your wrath seemed pretty easy to survive, not gonna lie.
I was over it. Yay! More soon-to-be-dead incoming. Well, that was quite a speech. I think I'll just take this and be on my merry way.
The weapon is in your hands. Now go on, skedaddle out of this dusty pit.
You know, I think we did all right, non-violence-wise.
Yeah, totally. But I did learn something. And that something is this. Violence really is the answer to most things, most of the time.
Hard to argue with that.
Hang on a minute. There's a fee on the way out, too. And this one's quadruple the price.
You money-grubbing little bastard. Not a chance.
Bad compound. That's it! Take it all down! Destroy the fascists!
Bye.
Everyone's weak to death.
Sadly, I can't do anything about you, Jens. You're now set to die in a cage you can't escape from, with no one to provide you food or anything of the sort. We keep going.
So, have you retrieved the weapon? We can live our peaceful lives without fear?
Look, the ancient guardian I killed really left me no choice. So I did what I did.
It is disappointing to hear you turn to violence, but I am appreciative of your efforts nonetheless. You may keep that wretched weapon. Be gone!
Alright, that's all the side quests here. I'm not worrying about the speed puzzles anymore. Like, it's just a small detour now.
We're gonna have to fight this fork in our thing at the end of this, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
You afraid of fighting a dragon, Valentine?
What? No, it's just a stupid game anyway.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stupid game? I'm gonna need to go ahead and take that back, Valley.
Okay, take it back, all right? It's the best game ever, of all time.
Now you gotta take it.
It's a very enjoyable game, and I'm having fun.
Hey, there you go. Void calls!
Come here and take what's coming to you.
It's a very enjoyable game and I am having fun. Ah, there you go. There's some lines I'm gonna laugh at every single time I play through this game. Yo!
I have the best job. Death on demand.
Yeah, these, when they're in the barrels, they're really hard to deal with. The shield was a nice touch. Like, getting the shield was actually really nice.
See you later, Death. Time to spill some blood.
I know, this might work. Depends on the circumstances. But yeah, the calamity's definitely helping.
Now come meet me. I've almost got the bridge down. Do I know them? Should I go say hi?
Really comes down to the dark magic. Like, in a way, like, I kind of wish I could buff the status damage more, because 40% status damage, I feel like, is far more important. Like, I'm even wondering if I respec and take the points at a Constitution. Because it's tricky, because the more HP I have, the more my burst does, but the more my action skill does, but I'm pretty sure that's not as important as having more status damage, so I might respec on that.
I can't believe you.
Respec once I get out of here.
That ought to stick a potato in Vulcanar's tail.
I need spell and skill cooldown.
I don't think they have those. They don't? Huh. Just a little.
Goodbye.
Now we have to split up again. I need you to track down some demolition goblins that work for Borderlands. Steal the blasters they used to open up new mining
tunnels. We'll need them for the fight against Vorkana. While you do that, I'm gonna track down the lair of Ice King Freezicles, who dwells under the mountain. We'll need the power of his icy heart to quench the fires of the Great Goblin.
Come on.
Is where the trolls smelt the ore mined by the enslaved goblins. If you can take it out, we'll disrupt their primary source of revenue and weaponry. Let me tell you, if all this isn't enough to earn me that nosewing, nothing will. That'll show that jug gut wrench who the rip.
Gut wrench. Cool name.
Yeah, see, 1 kill and I got all the stupid hydras I needed. I'll take that.
I think I'm on the trail of Freezicles. Just keep collecting those bombs. Damn those traitors. But we'll take those bombs they've got and use them to free the goblins once and for all.
We'll suffer together!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice ability damage to get more status damage.
We blight to death when you see her. Or else. Death conquers all!
Oh, Gob, sorry to keep doing this, but I'm in a real gherkin of a pickle again. I spotted Freezicles, but he's also spotted me, and now he's definitely trying to kill me. Oh, please help!
Now walk it off.
Goodbye. Oh god. Voice actress really went hard on this one.
One small sacrifice.
And by that, I mean I'm gonna take these.
A new way to flatline.
Wait, where am I going? Over. Oh god. Summon! And he's dead. Yeah, that spell is very important to have. Like, I was having my thoughts on whether it was worth it or not, because there's a longer cooldown than the others. But it annihilates groups of enemies, which is the most important thing I need here.
Time.
One enemy isn't really as much of a threat, but when it's groups of enemies, I need to annihilate them.
Oh, help! He's right behind me! Oh, thank God you're here! Take this monster down!
The teleporting is going to be annoying for sure. Come on, come on, come on! Oh no, I'm dead. Fuck you. He downed me in my casting animation, which was enough to put the spell on cooldown, but not enough to actually cast the spell. Literally the exact perfect framing needed to kill me without allowing me to res. Because if that meteor spawned...
Extra hot today.
rally some more goblins to our cause, I need you to shut down the great oven with the heart of Greasicles.
I'm pretty sure skeletons resist dark magic. There's no, like, I don't have any proof behind that, but I'm pretty sure. It's a new elemental type, and they have a new health bar. And it's just the idea that they're a skeleton, which is generally risen through necromancy, so... Hey, Nick, how are you?
This would make a great barbecue. Too bad I have to put it out.
Nick, I want your opinion on something. I'm trying to debate whether I respec my hero points on this guy. That sounds fantastic. I love eggs. Anything eggs. So here's the thing. So I need max intelligence and max attunement. I need those because they allow me to have the best uptime I can on my spells and ability. Right? However, I put the remaining points I had into Constitution. This increases my HP and ward, or shield. Now, with these being increased, the reason why I put them into that is not... Sorry, it's here. My ability sacrifices 40% of my current health, and the bonus damage it deals is 150 of that said sacrificed health. 150% of that. So the more health I have, effectively the more damage the ability does. However, I could instead respec and pump all those points into wisdom, which would give me status damage. This would allow my anytime I hit an enemy with a dark magic status effect, they're going to take more damage. And right now it's at 20%. I could probably get this to above 30%. You think respec? Okay. I'll respec after this area, because I don't really want to leave it again. I left it again to use an editor. I had the spell that I wanted, but it was only like a level 7 version of it. So I kind of used an editor to bump the level of it. But I said that I would allow myself to do that once for each of the remaining characters. I'm grasping at straws just to try and get through these final 3 playthroughs. If I have to use an editor, I'm going to, just to get through things. I've played through this game I'm in my 5th playthrough of this game. I've played through it fully 4 times. I think I'm allowed some leniency just to get through this with some of the challenge. Even if I'm removing parts of the challenge by not completely finding my gear. I think that part of the challenge went away the moment I decided to start using gear from my previous playthroughs. Can you die, please? Like, you're hiding behind the house, which is completely avoiding all my things. What's this theme?
I did you a favor, trust me.
Three seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Who's one. Fuck. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, and my spell cooldown just wore out. I cast the spell, it glitched and did nothing, which happens on rare occasion with calamity spells. Then I got downed, and I had no spell to cast, and you can't use your ability when downed.
Rise from your grave.
That's my second death in this area. For pretty much a very similar reason. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let them down me. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, I'm dead again. I should have just waited until they summoned ads. So just weird things becoming moms? Is that the new Chinese manga trope? To be honest, there was a fan fiction writer I was following that kind of did that. I think his name was like Gamer95 or something. He would constantly keep releasing these fan fictions of like... It's like Harry Potter fan fictions, where like Harry is like very heavily abused by like the Dursleys and stuff, and he gets rescued by said female character from said game or manga or anime, and then gets raised by them. But he would never really take them very far. The furthest he ever got on some of them were maybe like 6 chapters, and then he would like, but he would be pumping out new ones like crazy. And some of my favorites, like, there was one where he gets raised by, like, the cast of DDLC, Doki Doki, like, they come out of the game, they end up getting allowed to come out of the game, like, Dumbledore brings them out. Because Harry gets sucked into the game, they realize they're in a game, Monica apologizes for nearly going psychotic, or, like, what her psychotic plans were going to be. And then they get pulled out of the game by Dumbledore and actually get to live in the real world. Then there's one where he gets like adopted by Boa Hancock. One where it's like there's Zelda and Link, or not Link, Linkle, or whatever Femlink is. It wasn't Linkle though, but it was definitely female Link. It was Zelda and female Link. The one that I think that went the furthest was a Skullgirl one. But I don't know Skullgirl, so I wasn't really following that one too much. But there were tons. Some of them I felt like had good potential, but he would just never continue them. Granted, he also did comment in several of them that he was looking for people to assist him on writing some of them because he didn't know everything about those particular shows.
Even though it's for a righteous cause,
But
I can't do that ever again. I'm sorry, but you'll have to fight Varkanar on your own, champion. The tribute arena is just up ahead. Follow me.
Time to introduce Vorkanar to the Lady Death.
right, I can't use guns, so I don't know why I'm looking there. But let's see, is there a good shield? Nope. Anything here? Eruption. I don't really like all enemies knocked back. This is one. Barrage. Hold and cast release now. I do have pretty high dark magic efficiency, so it actually probably wouldn't be bad to respec anyways. Like, we look like this buffs efficiency. I have equipment that buffs efficiency. I don't think that buffs efficiency, but yeah, there it is. 45% dark magic efficiency is what I have. So that's the chance in which I'm going to, I think that I don't really know what efficiency does in this game. Let me look it up. Tiny Tina Wonderlands fish. Let's see. Explanation of efficiency. I think efficiency on dark magic is how much health steal, like 5% of damage dealt. Okay, so healing is gained via orbs that spawn, so I'm guessing the more leech percent generated, more orbs. Okay, so it's probably... From what I saw from streamers' gameplay, elemental effect efficiency seems to affect how likely you were to apply that element's status effect. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's an independent chance of inflicting status. I've heard some stories about, like, not, like, from, like, celebrities and stuff. Like, I know it's not Japan, I think it was more Korea, but it's very similar in terms of culture and into what, like, that's like. You know, basically being a single mom in Asian culture.
You think you can kill a god?
You're no god, Volcanar!
Heresy! And you are you, some upstart goblin with delusions of grandeur?
I am Jar of the G.T.F.O, and your reign of terror ends today! Champion, go for the neck!
Why wouldn't she be? It did it again.
Insolent vermin! What have you done?
God, she goes too hard on the screams.
You insult! Meddling mouth breather! You'll ruin everything!
Good. Maybe everything should be ruined.
Okay, I completely whiffed that one.
You little green gremlins! Defend your god! I command you!
No one can save you. Champion, finish him!
In a way, I feel like that's how it works a lot of the time.
God can die!
I know someone who's she's an adult. She has she has 2 kids.
Think I learned that
Like,
next week?
the thought process and the way she would go about things was crazy. She has 2 kids. Then she wants to get a divorce. Then all of a sudden she's pregnant. So apparently getting a divorce wasn't that important enough to get, like, to end up having a 3rd kid. Then she wants to remodel the house, in which he's going to get half of if they divorce, even though everyone's telling her remodel the house after the divorce so he gets less money from you buying out the house from him. And all of this ends up happening because her mom is just rich. So generally she ends up doing these things, and she just kind of knows that mom's going to bail her out. And like everyone around her kind of sees that happening.
Nosering-esque. Listen, I'm proud of you. You faced your fears for the good of your people. I think you've earned a nose ring.
Not to say that she's not a good mom or something. Like, she just sometimes makes careless decisions like that. And it's her rich mom that generally ends up bailing her out half the time.
Mighty nose ring, but none of this would have been possible without you. I think you deserve this more than me.
When you end up in situations like that, you're never going to learn anything.
On behalf of Goblin kind, I must thank you, champion. We will forever be in your debt. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must inform the G.T.F.O leadership of our victory. There is much to do.
Alright, I will fight these pillars,
Ancient
though. 'Cause...
obelisk juts from the ground nearby. Touch it not, my sweet, lest ye summon the terrifying creature of dread power. This obelisk will summon a nasty little piggo goblin.
Oh. Oh, come on, go! Take out the stupid... Why does it whiff like that? Okay, I hit something. But, like, why? I was targeting the troll. Why did it hit, like, 17 feet from him? Okay. This guy is super annoying because he has 3 health bars. They're all different elements, and he resists shit like crazy. Thankfully, I don't think he resists dark magic. Oh my... But in 5 playthroughs, that was the easiest one! That was the easiest one! And all I could do was use spells and dark magic! In 5 playthroughs! I fucking eviscerated him!
His piggy little butt shall terrorize the countryside no more!
That was like a 3-second fight! I've had playthroughs that died on this guy 5 times! Oh, that's right. If I use my spell after my action skill... So if I use my action skill after my spell, it increases the cooldown, right? If I use my spell after my action skill, I get a second projectile. That I need to take advantage of. Because I'm using one of the strongest types of spells out there. So I need to start using my action skill first more. Alright, let's head back to Brighthoof. Like, I just find it funny that I'm running a severely limited playthrough. I can only use 2 buttons to attack. C for spell, F for ability. That's all I can use. That is it. That is all of my attacking. And somehow, that was the fastest way of beating this guy. Oh, I'm gonna buy that. too. The reason I brought that is because they're all blight collars that buff or no, okay, no, I'll resell that one. I thought that was blight collar too. But these two, they're both poison damage and blight collar. My blight collar build is running poison damage with grenade with guns. Poison and fire on gun. So this one here is really good as its reload speed and magazine size. This one, though, has status effect damage, which would make it a good backup, but I'll probably end up running for this one. Because that's just too beneficial for the nature of the build. Like, this is one thing I like about these unique types of challenges. Is that, you aren't spending any money. Right? Like, I'm spending so little money because I don't need to buy anything. Even my normal level 40 playthroughs are kind of like that. But, like, in this one in particular, it's very much like that. And then I just pretty much end up getting to, why is that favorited? I have no reason to keep that. Alright, let me respec.
Take one bone off one skelly, and suddenly you're the skelly boner.
Take one bone off one skeleton and suddenly you're the skelly boner. Right, max out intelligence at 45. Max out attunement at 40. And then the remaining points go into wisdom. So yeah, status damage went from 20% to 46%. But HP went from 43% to 10%. So I lost like 30% HP. Keep selection.
I can't wait to soak this in souls.
And let me bank some stuff here. So at this rate, I think I'm going to start looking at like what spells I want to get rid of here. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of that one, because that one's better. Keep that one. Get rid of that one. I'll keep that one. So if you just started reading this Chinese manga because you've run out of Japanese manga to read? Because I know I'm joking when I say that, but I'd believe it if you told me so. Like 100% believe it. It's Machi Mayu.
Put some bloody armor on you, Ninny.
Okay, so here's the debate here. I lose health by letting go of the shield, and I lose the dark magic bonus when my shield breaks. but when I use my action skill, I increase status effect chance and damage, which is incredibly important. Like, a lot of these builds have really come down, like, this build has come down to, since I can only use spells and stuff, I've literally just been using enchanted effects. Like, on spellcast, increase dark magic damage by 30%. After action skill start, gain spell cooldown rate plus 50% and 1 additional spell projectile for 5 seconds. Right? So, here, this legendary thing I found, I believe I found. When you cast a spell, reduce your remaining action skill cooldown by 20%. While your action skill is on cooldown, spell damage is increased by 30%. That actually also makes another good reason to always use my ability first. That pairs insanely well with the sniper's effect. Oh, yeah. My friend would tell me there was a manga, or an anime he was watching. I don't remember the name, but it was where a guy ends up, like, stealing half of a magical girl's powers or something. And the outfit's, like, and when he uses it, he's, like, still in, like, the girl's uniform. And, like, she keeps trying to follow him to get her powers back or something like that. So this one's going to have higher shield, though, which is probably more beneficial for survivability. I'll keep the other shield on me, because I feel like that was also still useful. Alright. Let's go see Murfetta. Is that what it is? Is this a zombie of the dead? I don't know. He didn't make it seem like there were zombies or anything in it. Yeah, I'm doing like 2k less damage with that now.
A sign of the times? Good riddance. A plus riddance, actually.
Well, hey there, stranger. I'm afeard I can't stay and greet you proper-like, but I'm Wife Queen Murfetta. And I'm terrible charmed at your heroic personage. I'm about to head out on a mission, but if you'd lend us your aid, go talk to old Murph.
My friend also knew I wasn't too big into anime, so he would not always tell me the plot, like the names of anime, just tell me like the funny situations that occur in them. The only few he would tell me about were ones that he was like really into, like Rising Shield Hero. He really loved Shield Hero.
And keep your Murphin peepers peeled for them infected.
Got the look of a tough as Murph fighter, don't you? Well, that's a sight for these old eyes, because we got ourselves a whole heapin' helping of Murphin trouble around these parts. And all our fighters are off at the forward operating camp trying to take back our village. You hear to them blue ones?
Doesn't ring a bell. Whatever they are, I hope they can die.
They used to be our kinfolk. Maybe infected with something.
Old Murph! Face! He's coming!
I just know he really liked Shield Hero, like, to the point, like, I would get him, like, that was a gift target I would get him, like...
Take cover, y'all! Them blue ones is a-coming!
He would talk about it a lot, though. Now, this is going to be very annoying. These things all die in one hit, regardless of source of damage, but because all I can use is spells and abilities, they're going to be very annoying to deal with. But if I can group them together... Oh, the Hydras are helping! The Hydras are doing work! And there's so many of them, I can keep spawning Hydras no problem. Okay, this is actually way easier than I thought it was going to be.
a Murphin shame to kill kinfolk like that. But there's no cure for the Blue Rage, far as we know. College Murph was working on one before he got Murph-napped by that whiz-cart gargle stop. Speaking of which, Murfetta was trying to
If no one's
rescue
caught
that
on,
smarty pants.
you know, for the
She
5th
should
time,
have checked
this
in
is a
by
Smurfs.
now.
This entire quest is a Smurfs reference.
Make sure my wife Queen's all right. I just got to see to the other Murphs around camp, make sure ain't no one got bit.
I'd say every show though speaks to everyone differently, right? Like someone's favorite show is okay to some and like completely awful to others, right? Like my friend specifically said there's a YouTuber he will never follow ever again because they said he already had some opinions of this person, but he said he said that he basically, like, once the guy bashed on Shield Hero, he was done watching his reviews. And from the, I never watched the video, but just from the way my friend was talking about it, it seemed like the guy didn't really even seem to care. Like, it wasn't even like an honest critique video. It was like he just straight up hated the thing for no reason. But again, I never watched the video, nor did I... I don't have much I can comment on. Oh, that's right. I can, no, I can't ground... I don't know if I... No, I did frost damage. I can't ground pound. If I did frost damage, it means that's melee. Because my weapon's frost. That's good to know going forward. That does help me, though, with my,
Out of spells? More like out of my mind! Death works on you!
They're so alive. I gotta change that.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Go!
That doormen are gonna be busy!
To be perfectly fair, my friend, the same friend, kind of does that a little bit himself, too. Like, I am a huge fan of the 80s sitcom Alf. Huge fan. Love it. I own the entire series. But the same friend almost immediately did not care for Alf without even giving it a try. And even when I would put it on, like, on the TV, it was like he was determined not to laugh. Even at, like, the actual, like, funny jokes and stuff.
Most upsetting. Listen, stranger. Gargle Snot was forcing me
He would also sometimes get one, he would get one bad, he would learn one bad thing about someone, and going forward, he could never look past it. I remember Pete Holmes, like, I forget what it was he learned about Pete Holmes, but he never found Pete Holmes, he would never laugh at anything Pete Holmes ever again. Even, like, legitimately funny things.
I need you to do something for me. Take this recipe and gather the ingredients around the forest.
So my friend had his own fair share of being a bit stubborn in that regard.
A bit more blue than you remember.
And even I'm like that. I'm a very picky eater. I say I don't like things without having ever eaten them.
To save our wife Queen.
I do indeed. I've sent the heroic-looking stranger to gather supplies for Gargle Snot's mushroom enhancement potion. If my theory proves accurate, that should aid us in bypassing the barricaded village gate. I'll meet you at the forward operating base.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. It's a small story, but I want to tell you about it. Yeah. The double impact is brutal. Oh my god, the sniper is a game changer with this. So I went to a convention with my friend, right? And when you're in the store, like the shop room where like everyone's booths are set up. They're selling stuff. Some are like actual businesses. Some are just independent people. And there's this one guy that, you know, admittingly had a pretty interesting self-made comic with some commissioned artwork in it and stuff, right? Like it looked pretty good. Me and my friend were taking a look at it. You know, we thought like, you know, this is pretty interesting. Oh my god, the guy could have been more disinterested. I'm not even kidding. We were looking, he not once tried to talk with us. Like, to try and, you know, upsell the item, like, to try to sell us the comic, or, you know, ensure any questions we had were answered, anything. He did not literally care. He just sat there, leaning back in his chair with his legs up. Like, did not give a fuck about us. He wasn't rude like, he wasn't, like, saying mean things or anything, but he was just disinterested. Then another person came up, was looking at the comics, and really liked the art style. So he asked the guy, he's like, do you have any, like, tip? These are really good. Like, this is really good art. Like, do you have any tips on, you know, how to improve your drawing and getting better at it and stuff like that? And I shit you not, the guy's response was, oh, well, you know, you can look up YouTube videos to get an idea on that kind of stuff. And I literally saw the disappointment on the face of just this guy that asked the question. Like, if he gave an honest answer, that he literally could have had this guy buy his comic just to keep it as, like, a reference. But instead he walked away disappointed. Right? Like, why did this guy even have a booth? He didn't even sound like he wanted to be here. It was an entirely independent comic. So the guy had to have petitioned to be there, booked the booth, and then seemed like he had no interest in the world to even be there.
I'll keep the double toil and bubble bath boiling for you.
Yeah, maybe saying he wasn't rude he was disinterested is the better word to use. Not wasn't rude, because he obviously was rude through his disinterest.
Good timing, stranger. We've got incoming. On your guard, men.
They're not your brothers anymore! Don't hold back!
Action skill, action skill. But like, that's my story of probably the worst shop vendor I've ever seen at a convention.
Come on then. Pop them potion particulars into the soup. Presto Murpho. Viola. There you are. One mushroom enhancement potion. Piping hot and fresh as it gets.
Wonderful! Now, I've calculated the approach angle and velocity of the combined vectors. Using the potion on that mushroom right there...
I wouldn't mind either, but my friend isn't too into VTubers, and I don't go to conventions alone. I only started going to this one convention because it would always happen on the weekend around his birthday. So I just said, you know, how about for a birthday gift, instead of me just getting you something, I just pay for your ticket. And then we go and we just have a good time. Like, there's YouTubers there he likes to see. Hell, it was this convention that I won my NES and SNES classics. Right? We both gotten a ton of stuff from going to this convention for the few years that we went to it. And the Hydras are making this far more easier than you'd think.
The source of the blue rage. And Garglesnot's using it to turn Murfetta into one of them things. Wife Queen, can you hear me? Say something, girl.
But I just remember that I just remember that guy kind of soiled the mood between me and my friend for like the next 30 minutes. We just continued walking around the sales floor like completely disgusted with that guy's like behavior like at his booth. Cuz even my friend admitted that if he was actually considering buying one of the comics until that guy, you know, was just so blatantly rude. He's like, I'm not supporting that kind of behavior. Which I completely agreed with my friend, you know. We're not going to buy your shit if you're just going to be blatantly rude about it. Dark magic damage.
Mercy me! Oh, you did it! Oh, Murph! Talk to me!
Stay back. I can't.
No!
The thing is, I doubt there's much vetting for applying for a booth, though, right? Like, it's... If they have the slot and he's willing to pay for the spot, what can they do? Right? I could literally, like, if I had the money, I could literally buy a booth. If they had the space, I could buy a booth for no reason. I could literally just buy a booth to not sell anything, to just sit at, if I wanted to. Now, people would be mad at me because an actual store could have used that booth, but... Oh! Come on! Stop with the fucking immunity shield!
Good riddance! Come here, stranger. Let me thank you proper-like. With Garglesnot dead and the corrupted crystal cleansed, I think we Murphs can finally start rebuilding our lives. It's a real Murphin' shame that old Murph won't be around to see it, though. Truffle hunts won't never be the same without him. But you've done us a real kindness this day. There's no way I can thank you enough, but I hope this'll do.
Yeah, because he kept... I was trying to do the back-to-back aspect of things, right? Like, I was trying to get the, extra projectile on the boulder. But every time I kept using my burst, or I keep saying burst, other games keep influencing me. Every time I kept trying to use my, my skill, he would block. He would immediately after set up his invulnerability, which prevented me from hitting the spell. Or I would use the spell, putting it on cooldown, and then I just sit there and do nothing. Oh, there's a marble up there? I did not know. I don't think I ever got this marble.
Eldon thinks my powers are cool. I've started lifting everything when he's around. Horses, carts, anvils. I lifted him once, but a wyvern snatched him, and it took forever to get enough raw skag to lure it back. Ugh, rookie move.
Oh, hey, are you metal enough to help us?
Alright, Nick, are you metal enough for this quest?
Talons of bone flesh.
Hail Zygaxis!
Praise be unto his dark name.
Basically, we're the most metal band in the world, but our outfits and instruments could definitely be more metal. More spikes and horns and stuff. We were hoping you could help with that. Let's go with a natural material, like wood. but it's gotta be like evil wood from an evil tree. You get me?
Oh, hell yes. An evil tree. I am so there.
Yeah, there's supposed to be this wicked evil tree somewhere in the forest. See if you can find it. We really need some new super metal style gear.
Hell yeah, I'm on it.
Man, we're gonna look and sound so sick with this new gear. We'll show those posers in Playground Apocalypse who's the most metal.
And in the clearing, you see a super duper mega crazy evil looking tree, and it's bleeding, and it's like what is it? But it's evil. You know it's evil. It looks evil.
Freaking sweet.
And it's surrounded by
Skelly mages!
They attack.
Defend the roots! The bloody roots!
The evil tree wards off your paltry ranged attacks. It appears you will have to get more up close and personal with its evil eyes.
I like how I'm just worrying about this while the two metal bands are literally just
Metal. Wait, is
Yes, that should do nicely. Very nicely indeed. Bring it to us. Challenge I can feel it. Our dark demonic lord Zygoxis is most pleased. Look how he blesses us with sick-ass new gear.
Hail Zygoxis!
Praise be unto
Yeah.
his dark name.
she just wants you to make sure it's evil.
The song. Prepare your ears as well as your soul. Hail Zygoxis!
All right, you're time for a metal song.
You feel the evil power of the evil chords.
And the evil power of the evil chords can wait until I mark things that I don't want to scratch.
Evilly in your heart soul.
my heart soul?
It's a thing. Shut up.
It's working! Our music is so metal, it's literally raising the dead!
What is happening right now?
The power of the metal is summoning dead boys.
Oh. Well, we should probably stop that though, right?
Probably. There's some loudifiers you can shut off.
The speakers?
The dumb word. Speakers.
My rocks are bigger. Death everywhere.
Some of the undead seem to be lulled back to death.
Oh God.
Had a great day.
Didn't I turn this
The
one off?
undeados are going away, but not all of them. But the band is getting swarmed. They could be attacked at any second. Defense time. Do it. Do the defense thing.
By his unholy name, our song is so metal, we raise the freaking dead, you guys! Well, I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool, I guess, or whatever.
You suck!
No, you suck, Archon.
Lady Infernum, don't. I got this. Oh yeah? Well, we just raised the dead! Top that, you whiny sack of diarrhea!
I like these like childhood debates. Tiny sack of diarrhea.
I just need the adventurer's help first!
Ugh, fine. Go help him. This should be amusing.
You've known Bensley. Well, obviously, I bet you the writers did too.
You've probably heard of us. We're like legendarily metal, but like, I can't believe you actually helped those loser sellouts in Talons of Bone Flesh. But look, I can show them up with some real dark magic. I stole this page out of this powerful witch's grimoire. It's a spell called the Hellhammer. I just need you to gather the magical reagents. Here, take it. I'm gonna, guess that I don't need to explain any of this stuff to an adventurer of your caliber. Even though I definitely know the actual reagents needed for it.
I love this part.
I did try to conduct this spell with some clever substitutions at home, but all it did was overcook my breakfast pastry.
Alright, first guy.
This seems like a bad omen for you.
So this is the brain for thoughts of a tyrant.
Thoughts of a tyrant? Many tyrants' literal brain. Yeah, of course. I knew that's what it meant. I tried to use a passive-aggressive sticky note my mom left me. Talk about a tyrant. I hate her so much.
Do mine eyes, or is it yours?
Next one.
Of course. His literal eye. That makes sense. Which is a thing I already knew anyway. I tried to use the magnifying eyeglass my little sister uses to paint her dolls. Mom takes her side. I hate her so much!
Dude has like massive family issues for no reason. What do you mean, any weapons? Like, the nature of the challenge is that I can only use spells, abilities, and dark magic. So I'm not allowed, I'm not using gun or melee. I'm only using them in non-combat situations. Nope, not even magic weapons. Because that's technically all of them anyway.
Heart is where cowardice lives. As for me, I tried to use my older brother's chess club trophy. Such a freaking wimp. I hate him so much! Looks like you've gotten all the reagents we need. So get back here already! I need to show those tools how metal Playground Apocalypse really is!
Steph is so proud of me.
Come on! Yeah. Everything else is someone else's fault, right? Oh yeah, I will say this. I am allowed to use damage through semi-indirect means. So for example, I hit that mushroom with corrosive damage because this thing blew up beside him. Right? Like, obviously I can't avoid barrels and stuff, so those don't count towards the challenge. What was it? Nick, you know the narcissist prayer, right? Narcissist prayer. So the narcissist prayer is it's a sentence. Collateral damage, pretty much, yes. Sometimes I accidentally use melee on an enemy. I've done that a couple times just out of habit, but like it's not like I kill them with it or anything. So the narcissist prayer is a phrase in which narcissists live by, even if they don't realize it. It says, that didn't happen. If it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, it's not that big of a deal. And if it is, it's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. That's the narcissist prayer.
So the cauldron is like ready for the reagents you got. Dump them in there so I can do my dark magics and whatnots. Okay, so like, stand back. Because I don't think you're ready for the face-meltingly metal...
Basically, a narcissist will live by that code, even though they don't, if that makes sense, right? Like, obviously a narcissist is just a narcissist, but you'll find that a lot of narcissists almost live by that to the exact point. Like, you know, they try to play off situations, they basically try to not make themselves look bad. And they only go to the last line in the extreme circumstances where they can't actually get away with it.
Just come in after it, yeah?
Yeah, well, Karens are narcissists, right? Like the meme Karens.
Well, I guess we know who the currently reigning most metal band is. By
Immolation.
Even though that was a pretty metal way to die.
Hey, so, what just happened over there?
They were trying to cast the spell with the power of metal, right? And then they start playing this song. No offense, it was pretty sick. But then they all got burned up in hellfire. Pretty cool, right?
This one specific voice actress did such a good job. It's great. Oh my god, she's so much better than all the others. Why?
Super metal. There's only one thing left to do. The most metal thing of all. Let me give you your reward, adventurer. For your services to the most metal band in the world, we give you the ultimate reward, to be a human sacrifice to our dark demonic lord Zagaxis.
The band comes at you with a demonic frenzy. You have no choice but to...
I'm so good at reaping. That's the first time in a long time that I felt bad about sending people to death. They were so metal.
Well, now you've gone and done it. How am I supposed to cause demonic mischief without a body to possess?
Hey, you must be Zygaxis. I didn't really want to, you know, but you know how it is.
You're right. I suppose this isn't on you. And, well, I guess you were only trying to help. Come, I will reward your efforts. But there's something I'd like you to do for me in return. Alrighty.
You do gain a pretty cool weapon though. Metal Loot of Myth. That's pretty metal. Metal Loot. Melee attacks create a bouncing flaming skull projectile behind your target, dealing 100% weapon damage as fire damage to nearby enemies.
The deal. I need a new body.
Now, sadly, I can't end up using that, because this is not the melee playthrough. The melee playthrough does not, and the melee playthrough does not do fire damage, so I can't. And the fire playthrough does not use melee either, so I can't use that.
Yeah, that'll happen around here. Now the first thing we have to do is find the Shadeborg Grimoire, so you can recite my true name. Meet me in Bradhoof.
And he teleports away in a demonically magical poof.
Wait! Ziggy-Wits!
He's already gone, Boo.
Why doesn't he just tell us his true name?
Cause that's not how demons work. Fret, back me up, girl.
That is indeed not how demons work.
See? Told you, dummy.
All right, let's go back to Brighthoof. All right, Nick. Just to give you a little bit of heads up, I'm going to let you pick the outcomes of what goes forward here. Basically, we need to get through a gate. We need Zygaxis' power to do that. He needs to join us, to kind of merge with us a bit, but to do that, we need to commit evil acts.
Come to me. We have work to do.
I will allow you the ability to pick the evil acts that must be committed.
You're the one who killed my host, so you're gonna help me find a new one. Now here's the deal. There's a coven which meets in the catacombs beneath the city. To call them witches would be generous. They are mostly bored house husbands and housewives with too much time on their hands. Basically, they're always trying and failing to summon demons. But they have somehow managed to acquire the Shadeborn grimoire. You will need to get it back.
Okay, then how do I do that?
As you may have noticed, there's a big piss-off gate in the way. Go get it open.
Never trust a demon. You knew it was gonna zap me.
Yeah, I did. So listen, I can get this thing open, but I'll need to channel my powers through a host. Namely, you. But you're a little too goody-goody for that.
One sec. They're on.
Right now.
There they go.
I couldn't possess you even if I wanted to. Which I don't. Good people are so icky inside. How about we rub a little shine off that soul of yours, huh? Go do some bad stuff. Why not stop by scamming some townfolk rubes out of the money? That'll be fun.
Ooh, that sounds kind of icky. What if we did something slightly less evil, like, cutting in line?
Zygaxis ponders your real dumb suggestion.
Fine. I suppose that's evil adjacent.
All right.
So I'm clear. We're doing bad stuff at the behest of a demon? This feels out of character for us.
Come on, Fret, live a little.
Y'all want that sweet reward, don't you? Then play along.
Fine. But I'm not changing my character's alignment over this. We'll call it a mulligan.
What the hell is a mulligan?
Yeah, is that some sort of spell I haven't heard of or something?
No, it's... Never mind.
So you want me to scam the townsfolk instead of cutting in line? Just to be sure, we'll reconfirm that. Scam townsfolk out of their money or cut in line? You want me to take the money? All right.
I'm afraid I can't come to the door because I despise human interaction.
Any chance you want to give some money to charity, though?
I can't come to the door right now because I despise human interaction.
Skull crawling just hearing you talk. If I give you money, will you go away?
I promise.
Here. Now, please go away and stop talking to me.
I should point out, it doesn't really happen with this one, But in the next one, despite them being very harmless situations, Tina puts very Tina puts very like evil like long-term effects on the lighthearted ideals Fret gives. just keep that in mind going forward, that Zygaxis will give you a truly evil option, while Fret will give you a not-so-evil one, but Tina makes it have worse, like, very bad consequences.
What do you want?
And they usually are very funny.
Very important and busy man with my own name and backstory.
No name and backstory.
Hey
and
there.
stuff.
I am collecting donations for Apathetics Anonymous, a support group for those of us who've got a bad case of that ennui you always hear about. Not that I care or whatever.
All right. You're lucky I'm also exceedingly wealthy with a kind and generous heart. Here you go.
You used to be able to get moonstones doing this, even though moonstones didn't unlock until you beat the game. My first playthrough, I did all the evil stuff and I got moonstones.
Would you like to donate to a worthy cause?
Donations? Donations? Oh, I hate charity. It's all a scam. I'll show you what I do to scummy donation takers.
Well done. Keep at it. Next, I want you to paint my demonic
Well, we also
sigil
committed
around the
murder
town
there.
to increase my power and deal with any gods that try to stop you.
Or, and hear me out, what if we played a prank on someone, huh? How about that?
Alright.
You do you, Bill.
So we have to paint demonic sigils around the building. Like, graffiti them. Or we play a nasty prank on someone. What are we doing, Nick? The prank? Alright. We need to head to the tavern. I'm gonna break this because it'll get me health.
Wait, that wasn't me.
Oh, sure it wasn't.
Whatever you say, Forty Ferdinand.
Archie Ferdinand! That's good. That's his name now.
I hate you. I hate you all.
Forty Ferdinand, Forty Ferdinand, Forty
Ferdinand.
Unbeknownst to you, Ferdinand suffered from IBS, and he'd always been real self-conscious about it. And knowing he could never escape the shame of his new numb to prank, he packed up a bindle and he left Brighthoof forever, hoping to start a new life somewhere else. But instead, he got eaten by goblins. Or something.
Crap, now I feel bad.
Finally, I want you to find these annoying lovers who are always spouting infuriating pet names at each other.
So, you play a whoopee cushion prank, but it turns out he had IBS, got made fun of for it, ran away from town, and got eaten by goblins.
Ignore a keep off the grass sign. Huh? Huh?
Are you kidding? Whatever, man.
Alright, next decision. We gotta kill a couple annoying lovers, or we don't keep off the grass. What evil job are we doing now, Nick? Kill the normies. I knew you were gonna say it. Let's go. Now, I think I may need a gun for this. I may have to use my gun for this mission. I don't know if a spell will work. You can try it, though.
Yours forever, my cuddly schmoopy-doo.
As mine will be yours, my chickadee snugglemush.
Will you still love me when I'm old and gray, my pookie nugget?
Let's cringe to this a little bit longer.
My little coochie coo.
Oh, sweetie Ookums. I'll
I hope
cherish you
Zygaxis
to
cuts
the end
in.
of my days.
As I will you, my sweet poppy biddles.
Do you think I'm pretty, my cherry pop?
You are the prettiest girl I've ever beheld in all my days, my lovely, lovey love.
Lovely, lovey love. That's not very inventive, Javier.
How about lovely nuggle snush?
That's better.
I'm glad you approve, my beautiful lammy lamb.
You are the sweetest man I've ever met, my big small snugglement.
Now, let us look deeply into each other's eyes until time stops, my beautiful Estelle.
Oh, I would love nothing more, my strapping, handsome Javier. My heart will be yours forever, my cuddly schmoopy-doo.
As mine will be yours, my chickadee snugglemush.
Will you still love me when I'm old and gray?
Does it repeat?
I will love you all my days and
It repeats.
my little coochie.
Sweetie.
Yes, finally! I tell you, I couldn't listen to one more second of that drivel.
No, we know that Nick seeks demonic possession.
Hey, everybody's gotta go sometime, some way.
Very poetic.
So to give you,
That'll do just fine, adventurer. I think you're properly wicked enough to host my demonic personage. Come back to me so we can get this gate open.
so this is the keep off the grass sign. If you got here, Angus would tell you, it's like, hey, man, you should really keep off the grass. And you just tell him to screw off. And then he basically is like, you know, I was hoping that, you know, today, you know, someone, you know, would just listen to me just once. What is it? Wonderlands Angus. What's the name of this quest? Wonderlands Inner Demons. Or Inner Daemons. No one put the transcript in on the wiki. This is PSA regarding a specific side quest. It's I'm trying to just find the exact, like, quest line he says. Like, dialogue. But yeah, he gets, like, all sad and he runs away and dies. Something like that. Just had too much disrespect.
Here we go. Open your heart, soul to the darkness. G.T.F.O, my Sagitomia, disparte, Gaginotha.
It always is. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, that is a new sensation.
Cozy.
Woof. This feels pretty terrible, my guy.
Oh, get over it. Now then, approach the gate. There we are. Now, well, go on, have a look. These insufferable wannabes must have set up some kind of secret passageway. Only idiots think secret passageways are cool.
This line didn't have a dialogue. On one of the other players, your character will go, I think secret passageways are pretty cool. And he responds, then you, my sir, are an idiot.
Damn it, Acolyte Mabel! Your pronunciationist... Stop right there! Who dares interrupt our dark machinations?
Don't worry, I got this. I am the dread god known in the common tongue as Zygaxis. You will hand over the Shadeborn grimoire to this, my fleshy vessel, or I will summon forth the forces of the deep dark that suffers no light to eviscerate your unworthy bodies. Do not test me.
No, I don't think I will be doing that. For one thing, I don't believe you. For another, who's ever heard of Zygaxis?
I have.
Yeah, me too.
2 arms, Acolytes!
Very well! You have sealed your own fate! You wanted to summon the forces of the deep darkness of the snow light! Well, here they are!
All that means just makes you a juicier target.
Enjoy your vacation! Don't look up! Can't I just not wait?
The High Priestess dropped the grimoire!
Let me pick up loot first. Playing an RPG game. Who cares about the plot? There's loot here.
Yes! Now speak my true name from within the book. It's on page 667. So close to the best page in the book.
By thy true name, Exafogrok.
That's me, baby! I feel my power returning. Now, interview these sad bastards in the cages and see if any of them might be a suitable host for my most unholy self.
You saved us! Listen, I'm Vinnick, and those crazy coven wannabes were gonna sacrifice me and the other folks in here. We owe you everything!
Yeah. Now repeat after me. Exafogrok Nestat Interidum Monoka.
Oh, okay. Zebra don't just taste Interim Monaco.
He's worthless.
Wait, not cool, I think.
Shut up.
I thought they were going to sacrifice me. Are you here to set me free?
Perhaps. But first, repeat after me. Exafogrok Nestat Interidum
This one's funny.
Okay, sure. Exafogrok Nestat Interidum Monacar.
Perfection! Now I'll just... Wait. Wouldn't you know it? This lady's possessed. Jixaden, is that you?
I thought I smelled your road-killing roses scent on this one.
Wait a minute, she's already possessed.
Let's try to possess your host. Anyway, buddy, it's been too long. We should really catch up soon.
Indeed. I'll meet you in the dark summer of wraiths on the next harvest moon, bro.
Sounds good.
Hey, are you gonna free me or whatever?
That depends. Recite after me. Exapograt, Nestat, Interidum, Monoka!
Sure. Exapogrok, Nestat. Hey, wait a minute. Are you trying to get me possessed or something?
Yeah, we definitely are.
Actually, that sounds pretty boss. I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Exapogrok, Nestat, Interidum, Monoka.
Now, Vexen.
I only think the only way they could have wrapped this up better is if it came full circle and the guy goes, actually, that sounds pretty metal.
Very well, then. Oh, I can just feel the darkness in this one. We're going to make a good team, you and I.
As your humble servant, I can't wait to see what kind of stuff we can do together.
That's a good boy. Farewell, adventurer. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Wants a little more darkness in this old heart of mine.
All right. Back to the weeping. The weep wild dankness. Gotta go meet the Tooth Fairy. This one's gonna be annoying because this one really benefits from melee.
Teeth here! Bring your teeth here!
Whoa! My, what pretty teeth you have. If you're willing to spare a few, I'll pay top dollar for them. What do you say? Wanna help the Tooth Fairy out?
Maybe we can come to an understanding. Do the teeth really need to be mine?
Strictly speaking, yes. But, let's just say if you, drop teeth into my collections chest, I won't ask questions.
All we need to do is collect teeth? Sounds like some easy money to me.
Sure, but where are we gonna get a bunch of teeth?
Come on, girl. What's got lots of teeth but never eats? Skellymans! Now get that ivory payday. Ooh, yeah, and for some extra funsies, hit those suckers right in the mouth to get a whole fountain of teeths.
There's actually unique dialogue every time you successfully hit them in the face, but... I want my body donated to science. Is that a thing here, right? Science?
Hey, look at you go. You're a natural. I wonder, would you be willing to chase down a few more? I mean, it would really help me out. And you see, I've got this quota, and I'm way behind.
Why are you after so many teeth? And willing to pay for them, no less. What do you do with them?
Oh, you know, normal fairy stuff. Whisper them into the fanciful dreams of children and whatnot. Don't you worry about it.
Anyone else notice he was kind of evasive?
We're doing the good heroic thing here, Valentine. And you know what they say? A fairy in need is a friend indeed.
Don't pretend you're not just in this for the sweet payday at the end.
What? Adventuring isn't free.
True. Venturing is indeed not free. Calcium deficient skeleton. I don't know if I ever paid attention to the names.
We've got a live one.
Enjoy your vacation.
Figuratively up. The skeletons are so good. I wanna meet the writer of the skeleton voice lines and give them a handshake. It's just non-stop puns and jokes. It's great. I love it.
If you're interested in the big bucks, you could acquire something a little more exotic.
Bigger bucks for bigger teeth. Sure, fine. Whatever you say, fairy guy.
Oh, and let me mark the spot on your map with fairy magic.
A gross-ass stench fills the air. A stench you know. You know exactly what
You do? I don't.
I'm gonna guess goblins.
it's goblins!
Show off. Valiant Heroic Society, can I bring us back to the part where we are collecting teeth for money?
And your point is?
My point is, we're pretty much on a grocery run for this guy. Skeleton teeth, goblin teeth, it's a very specific list of teeth. Pretty suspicious is all I'm saying.
Hey! Requesting, not questioning!
Alright, fine. Sorry for being engaged in the narrative.
Sorry for being engaged in the narrative. Like I said, I don't care if this is my 5th time playing through the game, there's still lines that are gonna keep making me laugh. Like, you missed the line earlier where he says, like, he's, like, talking with, bunkers and badasses, like, he hates this game. And Tina goes, whoa, 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 I'm gonna need you to back up there for a second. And he goes, whoa, whoa, I'm sorry, this is an amazing game, and it's the best game of all time. And she goes, okay, I need you to dial it back now a little bit. And he goes, this is a fun game, and I'm having a good time. And she goes, there you go.
Good riddance. A plus riddance, actually.
Oh, I'm dead. No problem, no problem. I was just talking about some fun lines. Valentine got chewed out for asking questions because he was enjoying the narrative. And then I commented about one of my favorite lines earlier in the stream, where Valentine says that it's just a dumb game or something, and Tina's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna need you to apologize for that." And he goes, "Okay, sorry. It's a fantastic game. It's the best game of all time." And she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to dial it back now." And he goes, "This is a fun game, and I'm having a good time." And she goes, "There you go." So I like how even Tina understands that this isn't the be-all, end-all game.
Excellent! And you know what? I think you're ready for the big leagues. As so often happens, the animal with the most teeth is also one of the most vicious.
Oh, Frit!
Trivia time!
What has the mostest teeth in all the land?
Oh, I know! The fractal fang sky raptor
Yeah.
of our Honda 3.
Wrong!
It's...
Seawards!
No, nope, absolutely not.
You sesame?
Yes? All right, listen. I'm drawing the line, okay? Are we really going all the way to the ocean just to fight sea wargs? I mean, what's next? Colossal-jawed bull snakes of the heck realm? Where will it end? Let's just talk to this guy and wrap it up.
Fine! You know what? Fine. You want to be the bunker master and wreck my flow, Valentine? It's cool. Just forget the sea wargs. The Tooth Fairy summons you back to deliver your pearly bounty.
It's all right. Just bring me what you've got. We take you...
I've got a gruesome haul of choppers here for you.
The seawarg teeth, though, would have really kicked things up a notch. But I'll make do. Really earning those hero hours, aren't you?
Why are you so into teeth anyway? Is it something weird?
You know, it is so heartening to meet an adventurer who's curious about local culture. If you place the teeth in my chest, you'll see for yourself.
We're about to be rich. I can feel it.
So, now children, for the magic words. Yeah! Well, if you're ready for your reward, reopen the chest and discover what treasures lie in wait.
So
Fools! You fell for the classic dark wizard pretending to be a tooth fairy who really just wanted to summon a mimic scam. And the tooth fairy isn't even real.
Time to put someone in a cast.
Hey, you're dead.
Crushing news!
Oh, he dropped the legendary.
Go ahead, Valentine. Say it.
You know what? I'm actually just gonna hold on to it. Save it for a ring.
Save it for a rainy day. The I told you so. Triggering inflammation. It's not the heat. It's the low flesh melting point. On action skill, increase gun damage. Oh, I think I know this one. Yeah, I know this one. I actually run this on another character. It's this.
Yep. Picked it up from a guy I know. Pretended he was a tooth fairy.
Obviously, I'm not going to use it. I'm saving that, though. That's a really fun one to have. And it would complement a gun build rather well with that enchanted effect.
Yeah, well, at least now we know where the mimics come from.
I like you guys. You're fun.
My favorite part of that, though, is what Fret says at the end there, where she's like, at least we learned where the mimics come from. Like, that was what she took out of the mission. Which I honestly feel like is a good point, though, because you never really learn where mimics come from. Just that they're there. Yeah, and it also depends on the game you're in, too. Like, mimics in Golden Sun are not really that problematic, but, like, because they're, like, scripted, like, pretty much semi-scripted mini-bosses. But mimics in, like, other games can be really terrifying. Oh, it does? Does it involve putting teeth in chests?
Yeah, what's up, Lake Lady? I heard there's a holy spell made, and I want it. You the right, person to talk to?
There? The what now? Look, I'm not talking to anyone while my damn Goblin neighbors are making a racket with that drumming.
Oh, so our path is clear. We must kill the drummers. Only then will the Lake Lady hear our plea.
Look, I get where you're coming from, but they're honestly pretty good drummers. It'd be a shame to send them to death. Well, let me talk to him first. Legs have nothing on me.
Why do I have a different spell equipped?
Winner, winner, Falcon dinner!
It's eerily quiet, so I can only assume those goblins have been dealt with. Come on back, Squire.
Oh, they're shape-shifting creatures?
I never want to wait again. Hey again, Lake Lady. Took care of those drummers for you. Now, about that holy spell Nade I've been hearing about.
Oh, so you're after the holy spell Nade, huh? Well, aren't you special? Look, honey, if you want a spell, you gotta talk to that bone-headed bozo Mervin. But he'll only talk to you if you wield the gun sword extra caliber. Be warned, though. It's guarded by Mervin's lackey, Lance. It ain't a challenge for the frail of heart. Or arm.
Frail of arm? Look, lady, I've got more strength in my little servo motor than you've got in your entire...
Anytime I see the double L in a name like that, it makes me think of, in Alf, I believe it was a joke, where, like, Lynn, I think her name was dating a guy, and his name was Lloyd. But he always said he always introduced himself as Lloyd. And Willie's like, you don't have to pronounce both L's.
Patience is so overrated.
Got it.
Next time she'll be more polite. I mean, obviously there won't be a next time. But hey, at least...
Obviously, there won't be a next time. That looks like it'd be an interesting thing to keep.
Learn where we need to go. Onward, Squire, to extra caliber. Just think of all the things...
Funny thing is, Lance isn't even spelled with two L's.
I can probably only use it once, huh?
Lance isn't even spelled with two L's. They spell it with two L's, but don't comment on it.
And a respect usually reserved for the divine.
By order of boss Wizbro Mervin, I bid thee halt, bro! Hey, can
get out of my way before I introduce you to my best friend. Her name is Death, by the way, in case that wasn't clear.
None this gnarly bridge shall pass, who do not kick it major ass! If ye would cross this righteous gap, you first must win King of the Cap, bro!
Hell, you wanna get across, you gotta beat the boss.
Nice try, bro, but you'll have to do better than that!
Nobody's better at King of the Cap than Lance.
Six slam jam, bro!
What the? That piss pot totally cheated! Let's kick their piss in!
Oh, dang! Squire, fight! Don't be proud, Squire. I'll join you shortly.
Come on, boys! Go dig!
Alright, Lance is back. I have to kill him now. Good.
Another glorious victory for me, Sir Claptrap. Squire, collect that shield as a trophy for my idiot noble vanquished opponent.
Oh, the shield.
Now, fasten the shield upon my panel, that all who see me may know 'twas I who defeated that loser.
Stay put!
Righteous! Now, onward to Excalibur! The legends were true. Soon I shall wield the mightiest weapon in all the land. Then no
You have
one will make fun
no
of me, lest they suffer.
morals. There's no mushroom in here.
What
Eat me.
the? I can't pick it up. What sorcery is this? Oh, wait.
Well, you're very far away, so of course you can't pick it up.
The hand of noble birth may wield a blade of kingly worth. We need the king. Luckily, I prepared for this. Squire, take this pre-recorded summons and bring him to me forthwith.
Or summons from Claptrap. What could this what could possibly go wrong?
What happened next? You found the Grail. I found the Grail! There it...
Hey, King Guy. I've got a summons here with your name on it. Figuratively. I can't remember your name.
You dare to enter my court and issue a summons to me, King Archer, master of this realm and lord of these wooded halls? Very well. Whatsoever your quest may be, I accept. But we are in court, so I would hear your summons before departing. We must observe the formalities here.
I, Sir Claptrap, hereby summon King Archie, first of his dumb name. For though his weak, noodly arms fail in comparison to mine arms of steel, I need him to get off his pampered butt to pull Excalibur out of this rock so he can give it to me. And summons!
I'm gonna murder that robot.
I've heard enough. Kill them!
Man, I hate kings. They're the worst. I could go on at great length about all the ways I hate them. In fact, I will. Reason 1. You take everything from, well, great. The king is dead. Does that mean you're king? Probably not. Anywho, the legend says we just need a hand, so grab what's left of the king and come on back. Adventure! Bring it that back so we can get this dumb sword already! Now, Squire, fasten yon gross severed hand round Excalibur!
Circumventing the rules, I love it.
Man, the legends made it sound like that was supposed to be way harder. Whatever, boy on my back. Time to ditch this old wooden junk for the new.
I like Claptrap when he's not being like this.
I can feel the power! Oh! Hey, I found Mervin's gate! Squire, come to me! Our quest continues! Okay, now to open the ancient and storied gates of Mervin's domain. Let's see. These elvish symbols say, speak, friend, and enter. Ooh, idea! Squire, what's the elvish word for friend?
My favorite thing on that line, remember what he said. These elvish words say speak, friend, or and enter. The elvish word is there, and he knows how to read it.
Look, I only speak 3 languages. Common, Infernal, and Bad Infernal.
Ah, fine. Mervin, 'tis I, Sir Claptrap, mightiest of heroes. I come bearing extra caliber. So, open up.
Enter.
That worked? Good. Now that's more like it. Finally, the respect I deserve.
Another seeking the holy spell nade, eh? If you can best my apprentices, you will prove you are deserving of its power.
Squire, defend your master!
At last, one worthy of the holy spell nade. You are strong, yes, but only one possessed of true wisdom is
Claptrap proceeds to ruin the rest of this quest for us.
terrible power. You must solve my puzzle or perish. If you would hold destruction in thy hand, you must see through trickery to tell friend from foe. Approach the real Mervin, and the holy spell nade is yours.
Oh, easy. I know this one. Pick that one standing over there. Just look at him standing all smug. He's definitely hiding something. Ha! With the power of extra caliber, even saving my totally hapless squire is a triviality. Time to extra calibrate a way out of there.
What? You're back? Most tenacious. No matter, I suppose if you can get it right on the second try, that's not so terrible. And I'll still let you have the holy spell nade. But no cheating.
Of course, what I meant was that guy over there. He's the one. I can feel it in my chassis.
Enjoy eternal torment.
Fear not, Squire. I always keep a scroll.
One of my favorite jokes coming up.
You never know when you need to escape a personal hell. And open! Gasp! Could it be the fabled Great Plains of
Unreal Engine. What am I?
Look, I'm getting you out of there, Squire. Hold tight. Just don't look at anything too closely. You're not supposed to see this part.
This is by far one of my favorite fourth wall breaks in like video game history. It's one thing for the game to like speak to the viewer or make a joke at the viewer's expense, but like to literally put you in Unreal Engine's an undeveloped map of Unreal Engine.
And you still got it wrong. It's clear you're not fit to wield the awesome power of the holy spell Nade. Now you must pay the price for your failure.
There's actually one more fourth wall break within this quest.
Squire to battle!
Within this quest line here. Come on! Is he actually dead? He's not dead.
Magic! Death! Go! Hurts, does it?
Mervin proved a resilient foe, but in the end, the mighty Sir Claptrap prevailed. Now grab at that spell so we can get it the heck out of here. Get thee over here, Squire. I would have it wordsmith with thee.
Okay, here comes the next joke. I love this.
You've proven your merit through valor, cunning, and fortitude. Therefore, I can think of no one more suited to wield the holy spell Nade than you, Squire. Also, that one's got garbage stats and doesn't really go with my build, so I'm just gonna kill Mervin a bunch later until I get a good one. But you have fun with that.
Not only is that a shot at a lot of games, it's also a shot at this exact franchise, too. And I love it. The funny thing is Mervin doesn't even drop the weapon. He doesn't even drop it. You have to pick it up off the table. So Claptrap's own reasoning doesn't even make any sense.
Paladin Mike is suddenly the most powerful man in Brighton. I should send him.
Almost wish you could. Alright. Gotta leave town. Run past our good barbarian acquaintance.
Where's the explosion at? We blew up the ocean, hero. Yeah! It can be a wet blanket in hell now. I hope the Queen's doing her lunges on the rainbow in the sky now. I hope the Queen's doing her lunges on the rainbow.
I love the callback to the DLC of 2, though. Where he, before getting sent to the stocks, he was gonna try and give you a quest to blow up the ocean. And that actually becomes something in this. I love it. Alright, we're now finally caught back up with where we are in the game.
I'm already one of the best shots in all the Wonderlands. But I want to be a legend.
So, there I was, floating around in the ocean, enjoying the breeze and whatnot. But what goes and happens? The ocean blows up underneath me! So now I'm out here baking in the sun, like God! Nope.
jumping chick.
Sorry, Blue.
Finally, a purpose for the pain.
Caesar! Hey, Dark. Trim your sails.
Ability! Missed. Oh no, I think I actually got someone.
A new way to flatline.
Oh, and secondhand death right there due to the barrel. Bye.
Give me something to cast at this instant.
Almost done. There's a little bit more side questing to do here, but before we enter into the main area, the next main area. Okay, one more kill, I assume. Yep. It's a shrine piece.
You spy a shrine piece. An upturned bridge stands before you, awaiting your mighty thwack. You see before you an upturned bridge. What's it doing like that? Could be useful if you thwack it over.
Ah, you there. Help me advance science. I see your path is blocked by poisonous seaweed. Usually not a problem if you can just swim over it. Good thing I am the greatest alchemist alive. The greatest.
Alright, well, greatest alchemist of alive, good sir, you can shut up.
It will melt them away.
Alright, this is gonna have 3 stages to it because it's it's one of the doors.
Crushing news. Maybe back later, okay? Time to put someone in a cast.
I'll blow your brains out. Look here, you freebooter.
Okay, I missed on that one. How did I miss on that one too? There we go. Dead. Oh, and a legendary. Dark magic efficiency, pistol reload. When health is less than 50%, effects are increased by 50%. Alright, I don't know how the crabs are gonna fare with this.
I've got a little crush on ya.
Why are you attacking the one you can't hit when there's one you can hit that you're not attacking?
Be polite to death when you see her, or else. It must be done.
Whatever this trap is, it's pretty fatal. Like, they land on it and they die. So, Nick, did you finish making your food?
Here's looking at you, Dad.
And Captain Swallow is dead.
Showtime.
Oh, okay. You mentioned, the first thing you mentioned was that you were making your food, and then I didn't hear any word of the food after the fact, so I'm not going to save that ring. I don't think that ring's going to be beneficial.
A shrine piece glints. Sun in a glinting manner.
Oh, okay.
Whew, boy, I sure am lucky you came along, hero. I thought I was a goner back there. Now, let's find somewhere nice.
Alright, we have to get this archer a legendary bow.
That should be the place. Find me that bow and get rid of anyone in your way.
Death on demand. No need to thank me. My rocks are bigger.
Ooh, you heroes make my blood boil! Vigorously up! I'm a talking stick!
Dead.
Dad, that tickles. Back to work. Magic, Jack, go. Waiting is another one of those ridiculous life rules.
Incoming! So this is a quest location, so it's going to
Keep searching.
it's going to be a two-stager. Merlin. What are you doing, buddy? Where are you going? You came into my room purring like crazy for some love and attention. So guess what? I'm gonna pick you up. You can get all the love you want by laying on top of me there. There you go. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, I'm gonna play. You can stay.
That bow's gotta be in there. Get rid of the rabble!
Incoming!
Ready for fodder. War for the culling. Don't look up!
Alright, no problem, Adri. Good to see you. Are you serious? After all the enemies die? Can you believe that? Can you believe that, Merlin? Can you believe it, you cute kitty? Better not reboot. Better not boot me out. Okay, good. So I completed the level fair and square. There's the legendary bow. It's a legendary bow tie.
It's perfect! This is the legendary style I needed to elevate my personal brand. Thank you, hero. Sorry, no autographs.
Smell it? Coming from that dungeon? That's a shrine piece.
Goodbye.
Passes through me. A sign of the times. Out of spells? More like out of my mind. I need to use this again. Now.
What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty? What are you trying to do? I can't tell what you're trying to accomplish. Boom!
I love my job.
The gang's back together!
Come at me, Blight.
What are you doing? You're causing a distraction. You're causing a distraction. You want love, you want attention, you get it when you stay on my lap. But if you're going to leave, you're not going to get it. Do we have an agreement? Incoming!
so
I think this is only a
pain to share.
2-stager, if I recall correctly. Because only the spooky doors are 3-stagers.
Finally, a sigh of relief. Got you a gift from space.
Look, if you're gonna go, go. Go, skedaddle. I'm not having you, like, half hanging off my leg.
Waiting sucks.
No! You asshole! It went underground the moment I cast the spell!
See you later, Death.
That was so unfair. The tactical dodge from the crab.
Yay! More Be Dead incoming. Time to spill some blood.
For the grinder. He'll save the disgusting flesh right off those
Encounter clear.
You're welcome. How can I be out of magic? Finally!
Alright. You two are dead.
Whatever it takes.
Alright, finally. Alright, I can't get the third shrine piece. But what we can do is go see the fairy punch father!
Say, that town over there looks like a lovely spot to, take root. If you just give me a little flick in that direction, I'd be so appreciative. Here I come, suckers.
This whole damn town's been lifted into the sky by a giant beanstalk. Now, normally to check out the new foliage, cause I love that stuff. But there's some real bad plants up here, man. Real bad. They're attacking the town folks. So come help me out.
I'm starting to think I did a bad by helping that magic bean. Better check things out.
Indeed, fair hero, everything was not fine.
More stuff to sell.
Up atop the beanstalk. But a magic bean was evil! Oh no! But it's okay. New adventures await in the newly, renovated town of Driftwood.
No! Bad blood! Don't make me get more hedge clippers!
So I think I'm gonna get into town and I'll probably call it for today.
Don't mind if I do.
Because I played this game so much, I can't always take too much of it at once anymore, at least on stream. I need to take breaks from it, but I'll start back up from here, probably do this area, and then the next main area on the next stream.
Who's there? You better be here to help, whoever you are. Time to do what I do. Hero, damn am I glad to see you. You got my message, right? So you know about as much as I do about what's going down up here. But whatever it is, we gotta save these people. Meet me up ahead.
That's right. It's your old friend, the Fairy Punchfather. And together, you shall punch evil right in its evil butt. Press on, Fate Maker. The evil's not gonna punch itself in the butt. Although that would be...
Don't look up!
Really don't like
That's too good for you! Whatever it takes.
Alright, get in town here.
Hero, get over here. We got us some heroic ass deeds to do. You ready? That's the spirit. Now follow me. I'm sensing some real evil vibes.
Alright, well, I won't follow you. Alright, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Dishonored again. We are starting up the low chaos ending, which means I need to go through the game and either not kill or kill as little as absolutely possible. I'm going to try to not kill at all, but if the means of killing the target is going to be too difficult, then subjugating the target, I'll just kill them and call it there. But I can still kill like a handful of people and have low chaos, so it's not like it's severely problematic. But yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna call it here. My name's Daimien Kamiya. I am the Omni King. Be a friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. I'm gonna see you later. Goodbye, everyone.